Hey everybody, I'm here with Mike. He is a project manager over at Bosch, and right now we're going to talk about these grinders. They've already released, but we want to give a quick overview and answer some of the questions that you may have. And Mike, if you want to give us a quick overview of this.
Yeah, so right here we have our two Pro Factor Spitfire 5 to 6 inch cordless angle grinders. Both of these tools are running on our Core 18V platform. They perform best with the 8 and 12 amp hour batteries. We call them the Dash 13 grinders because they have 13 amps of equivalent corded power.
Looking around the internet, one of the biggest questions I found on these, does it come with a hard case or a soft case?
So both of these come with a soft case, easier transportation, especially when you're taking or transporting guards, got multiple different types of wheels inside of there. All around a case that you can put pretty much anything in depending on what you want. So we leave it up to you to choose.
One of the other questions we found was, what is the timing on the kickback control? Is there even a time? Does it exist?
Yeah, so we don't have exact timing on when it kicks in, but what happens is there's a sensor inside the tool that can tell when the blade is about to bind up, and it actually shuts the tool off. What you have to do after you get into a binding event is just turn the switch back off, turn it back on, and your tool's ready to go.
Now I notice you have just your standard here, and then you have the XLock version.
Yeah, so we have two different options depending on how you choose to actually work. One, if you want to go the traditional method, you know, your flanges, your lock nuts, and your wrench, or we have the XLock version, which only requires the release of the red lever on the top. No other tools required. It's actually up to 5 times faster than using the wrench version.
Okay, now the best overall question, because there's so many grinder options out there, what makes Bosch the go-to?
There's quite a few things. On these two in particular, it's the vibration control handle, which helps minimize vibrations, especially after a long day of working. Whether you're working in metal or concrete, it does get a little bit finessing on an end user. So having that extra handle, additional vibration control, really makes the working experience more enjoyable for the user. On top of that, both of these tools, not only working off of the bi-turbo brushless motor, get that extreme power, but to keep that power going, you need to have the right type of motor. So both of these tools here have epoxy coated windings, which means that the motor is actually encased, and that helps keep dust and debris out of the motor itself. But along with that, when you have that epoxy coated winding, you actually need to have better airflow. So what we do with this is we actually take the air from the back of the tool and push it through the motor so that any of that dust, debris, metal shards that could potentially get into your grinder get pushed away from the point of contact. So that keeps the motor cool and it keeps the longevity of the motor going.
So as I can see, these are both slide switches. Do you have any paddle switches?
Yeah, so today in our line for both of these 13 amp equivalent grinders, they're in slide switch, but coming out early next year, we'll be having the paddle switch versions as well.
Well, I can't think of anything else to talk about for these, so we'll just go ahead and sign off. You got anything else for it?
No, get out there, work hard. Bosch, it's what hard workers deserve.
That's a nice little tagline, there you go. If you have any other questions, leave us a comment, or give us a call, or send us an email, or write us a letter. Whatever you prefer, just get a hold of us and we'll help you out. If you're looking for even more content from us, subscribe to our channel or check out one of these videos here. Thank you for watching. Now get back to work.